Stop. No slidey shots yet. That's a V6 Mustang, and I owe you guys an explanation. All right guys, first things first, it's really bright outside, so I'm squinting. Second thing is this is not clickbait. The S550 is adios, see you later, hasta la vista baby is gone. And this beautiful little girl I'm sitting on is a 2011 Ford Mustang 3.7 liter V6. So I know you guys are gonna have some questions, potentially a little anger. Hopefully we can subside a little bit of that. But let's talk about the how first, and then we'll go into the why. So if you guys don't remember, a while back I had the Mustang for sale. I was going back and forth between selling it, and that was kind of where I left you guys hanging. So for those of you guys that don't know, if you happen to be new to this channel, because I got a feeling this little switcheroo might bring some new people, at least to this video, then you guys will never watch me again because you'll hate me for my decisions. But so I had a 2016 Mustang GT, loved it, E85, long tubes, full bolt-on, I guess, essentially. Yeah, had it for 3 years, had a blast with it, put it up for sale, was getting, honestly, a mixture of kind of bored with it, mixed with, I have no idea, different emotions that I can't quite articulate into words. But put it up for sale, and that's where it kind of sat. It was for sale for about 2 months. Didn't really get anywhere. I had it for sale for maybe a little more money than it was probably worth, factoring in the miles it had on it, factoring in the car accident that it was in. And so I was probably asking a little high for the car. But I was kind of at the point where I was like, if I sell it, you know, if somebody gives me what I'm asking for it, then it's gone. And lo and behold, super nice family from Louisiana messaged me on a Sunday, said, hey, is it for sale still? I said yes. They came and looked at it on Monday, brought me the money on Wednesday. Super nice family, couldn't have sold it to anybody better. Actually, he was buying it for his 16-year-old son, so that should piss off pretty much most of you guys like me who started off with a sub-$1,000 car. Nope, he had a 2016 GT for his first car, 16 years old. But hey, more power to him. Hopefully he didn't wreck it. And but yeah, so that's where it left me. And then so it left me with kind of a few options because I was waiting to get the next big car. So I was kind of I had 3 options to kind of choose from. The original plan was to keep driving the Lexus. You guys know, the 98, the Lexus GS300. I was gonna keep driving that for about a year, make some car reviews, and then just save that money to go buy something else. Drove the Lexus for about 2 months, and then it started having some issues. It's just old, it's over 20 years old, has 120,000 miles on it, and things just were starting to break. So it left me in this weird place to where I either could do one of 3 things. I could either keep fixing the Lexus and parts, you know, I'm gonna, you know, spend more money fixing the car than the car's actually worth. I could just go out and buy another regular car. I looked at a 2019 Mustang. I was okay with maybe doing that, but I didn't want that. Or I could do the third option, which is obviously what I did, was to pick up a temporary, cheaper car that was still relatively new, that would get good gas mileage, that I could drive for about a year, that would be a lot more reliable than that Lexus was. And then play with this, have some fun with it, find a car that I could, you know, do some track days with, still go to car shows with, still do car things with, but would still give me the opportunity to save a lot of money for the next big car, which I won't tell you guys about yet, but that was the whole plan. So that's what we landed on. So let's hop in, take it for a drive, and I will tell you guys why this exact car. Please don't hate me. All right guys, so let's start by talking about how I got to this car. In my car shoppingness, my budget was right around 10 grand. 10 grand was kind of the idea behind that was any more than $10,000, and I was really gonna be spending a little more money than I wanted to spend, in the sense of the more money I spend, obviously the longer it's gonna take me to save up for the next big car that we're gonna get. So I had that in mind the whole time, and 10 grand was kind of my number. So the cool part is, you can really get a lot of car for 10 grand. So if you're car shopping right now for your first car, you know, whatever, 10 grand is a good mark to really kind of get a lot of car for your money. And so I went through the list, man. I was looking at Focus STs, and those were cool, and, you know, turbo funness, but, you know, those were still kind of in the, you know, the low, you know, teens, you know, it was, you know, 12, 13, 14, somewhere around there. You know, an old beat up 100,000 mile Coyote, first gen Coyote, was in the low to mid teens still. A nice 197 Coyote was in the upper teens, 17, 18, 19. And like I said, I knew you guys might like one of those cars more, but at the same time, this isn't the end goal car for me. This is a temporary, you know, placeholder, if you will, before I get the next car. And so I really didn't want to spend too much, but I really wanted, it was just, you know, the normal recipe for a, you know, a daily driver. You want to find the newest car you can, the most fun you can, you know, with the least amount of miles you can, for the best price you can, if I said that already. So that's where we landed on this. So a little bit about this car. It's a 2011 3.7 liter Mustang V6, 6-speed car, Kona blue on the outside, which is my favorite color, pretty much on a 197 outside of grabber blue. Black on the inside. It's a premium car, which is nice. I've never actually had a premium car before, so it's cool to have some of the goodies that come with that. And the party piece for me, it only had 55,000 miles on it when I bought it. So, I mean, everything else that I was shopping for was in the 70, 80, 90, 100 plus thousand mile range. That's what the Lexus has, and I really didn't want a car with that many miles on it. So when I found this, I used to actually own virtually this exact car. I had a 2000, before my Coyote, I had a 2012 V6. It was just a base car, but it was a 6-speed car, and it was Kona blue on the outside. So I know this car really well. One of the few cars I regret selling because I had so much fun with it. I autocrossed the crap out of it. It had been on Texas World Speedway, it had been on MSR, it had been on Grand Sport Speedway. I had done so many track days in it. I did a ton. I put way too much money into that V6, and I absolutely loved it. Like I said, one of the few cars that I regretted getting. So when I figured out this car was kind of in my budget, it kept me in a Mustang, it gave me a 6-speed car. I knew it had to be a 6-speed car. And then it would be kind of fun to do something different. I love Coyotes. It's an awesome car. But I feel like everybody builds a Coyote, which is fine. Like I said, it's a great car. You know, it's a great platform to build off of. But in the spirit and necessity of being a little different, here we are, building a V6 Mustang. Bit of a leap from the last car, but I honestly am thoroughly, I've had the car for about 2 weeks now, and I am loving it. I forgot how comfortable S197s were. It is, just has so much room in it, and everything's so big, and the steering wheel's big, and the only thing that is wrong with it, and there's nothing wrong with the car, it's wrong with the previous owner, is he put Shelby badges everywhere. It's like the ultimate V6 Mustang sin, putting Shelby badges all over it. So I've got pretty much all of them off except for the shift knob, which I have ordered, and that faux gas cap on the deck lid, which I have ordered also. So that almost all the Shelby stuff has been taken off of it. But yeah, like I said, this is just a car that I've always kind of really secretly loved, and like I said, it's one of the few cars that I regret getting rid of, and now I don't have to regret it anymore because I have it again. And so like I said, guys, this is not the end-all be-all car. This is really just a temporary placeholder. Not even a placeholder, because even once we go buy the next big car, I'm going to keep this and drive this every day. But like I said, this is not the, you know, this isn't my dream car. That's why I didn't spend a ton of money on it. That's why I didn't go spend extra money on it, because no matter what I bought, even if I spent, you know, 20 grand, it wasn't gonna be my dream car. I have my dream car in my head. I'm very close to getting it. I just need a few more months, realistically a year, to save up for it, because it is a much bigger purchase than the last S550 was. And but I'm excited for it. I'm excited for this car because, one, I've got it, and two, you know, like I said, everybody seems to hate this car in some way or another, especially my friend group. And but because of that, it makes me like it even more. So all right, so let's go pull over. I'll show you guys around the outside and inside of this car real quick, and then we'll call this video quits, and then you guys can unsubscribe to me, or don't. Please don't. Alrighty gang, well here she is. Like I said, Kona Blue, which is my complete favorite color on these cars. If you hit it in the light right, it's got a lot of metallic in it. You can catch some purple and stuff like that in it. Just a really pretty car, especially in the sun. As far as wheels go, it had some really ugly stock wheels on it with Shelby center caps, and those had to go. So I found on Facebook a set of virtually brand new 19 by 9.5 all the way around SVE drift wheels from late model restoration. Had a set of Nitto 555s on it, which were brand new. So it's 275, 35, and 19 on all four corners. So a nice sticky tire, a little bit of width on it, and yeah, they've been doing really well so far. Couple little imperfections. This front bumper, and same thing with the rear bumper, they're a little faded. The car was in Galveston, Texas, which if you guys don't know where that is right by the beach. And I think this car has kind of had a little bit of a rough life paint-wise, a little bit of bubbling here. Like I said, we're gonna replace the bumpers and I'll get some of it fixed, but I'm not too worried about it. Like I said, used car, this car is meant to just be driven, so it's not gonna be perfect, and I'm okay with that. Moving on to this side of the car though, that's about it. There's not a whole lot else wrong with it. Idiot, whoever had these taillights did some ugly tint slash paint that I can't seem to get off. So I'm just gonna have to end up replacing these taillights. They tried to do the 13-14 look and it just looks hideous. So the stripes look good. They're gonna come off eventually. Well, probably when I replace these bumpers and fix the paint, I'll take the stripes off. And like I said, gas cap has got to go. But other than that, not a bad looking little car, man. So let's hop on the inside and I'll show you guys the inside real quick. So like I said, premium car, which is nice. Never really had this. So you get the shaker stereo, you get the light package, you can change the color of the gauges, color of the door sills, kind of the ambient lighting. You have this nice black leather, which is super soft, with the nice white contrast stitching, which I dig, white face gauges, which I dig, and yeah, there's the other Shelby shift knob, like I said, which is being fixed. But other than that, man, it's just a really, really nice car to drive. That's why I bought it. That's why I wanted it. We're still gonna have some fun with it. We're still gonna do everything to it, and I think this should hopefully be a fun opportunity to show you guys that you do not have to spend $1 million on a car in order to have fun and do car stuff with it. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys think of it. I'm prepared for what you guys have to say. Hopefully it's not too bad. Hopefully you guys understand at least why I bought this car. And yeah. I'm excited for this car. I'm excited for what's coming after this car. And yeah, that's about it. Catch you guys later. See ya.